Welcome back to part 11 of Hogwarts Legacy. Today we're gonna listen to Professor Sharp. We just completed his assignments and he will teach us a new spell. So let's get it.
Have you finished your assignments?
I finished the tasks, Professor.
Well, well. I trust you are meticulous in your efforts. After all, shortcuts only ever lead to shortcomings.
Yes, sir, of course.
Good. Ordinarily, I'd say it's not my concern either way, but I want to make sure you're well prepared. Talent and resolve are a potent combination. It would be a shame to let that go to waste.
Thank you, Professor.
Don't let it go to your head. Now, let's see how you fare with Diffindo. Wand at the ready. Focus. Diffindo can be dangerous if you're not paying attention.
Awesome. So we're learning Diffindo from him. Kind of looks like a upside down bolt that Harry had on his forehead. But I'm sure because this one's a red spell, it'll come quite in handy in combat. So I'm super excited, and let's go apply it to our spell wheel, and let's go test it on the training obstacle that we have here in the classroom. Alright, let's go practice Diffindo. We're learning spells so quickly, and I am super thankful and proud we are. So let's cast it, and it looks like it'll be a slashing spell. So that'll come quite in handy. So let's go to our next class, and we'll see you there. We'll be going to Natty's mom's class, Divination. Should be fun. Seems like the Divination class hasn't changed locations in the books, or in the movies, or even in this game. It is still at the top of the tower, and it is currently nighttime. So we'll wait it out here, and we'll skip ahead, and we'll see the class in the morning. Alright, we'll wait real quick, and there we go. Let's get it. Let's learn some divination. Looks like we're reading some tarot cards, learning a little bit about our future, and I'm just waiting to see the T in divination class. You guys remember that in Prisoner of Azkaban with the wolf and Professor Trelawney talking about Professor Lupin turning into a werewolf? And there we go, we got another magic crystal ball to look at. So this is one of the subjects of magic that is frowned upon, and there we go, we got our T right there, and is kind of look at a bottom portion of magic in terms of teaching at Hogwarts. But I find it pretty fascinating, and we see a guy sneeze into his cup. That's pretty funny. So let's go talk to Professor Onai and see what she has for us needing to be done. Alright, let's get it. Gonna explore the small room real quick. I see we've been through that chest before, and we've been in this class before, and a lot of students in our way. But let's talk to Professor Onai and see what's up.
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
There will be hardship, I'm sure of it. But I see triumph in the end.
A measured perception. Very wise. Nothing worthwhile is ever easy, and that is why such futures are worth striving for. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things.
Alright, so the
Channel
spell
your
we're
magic
gonna learn
towards
is
your targets.
Descendo. It looks like a P, but I guess that's the way you cast it, and it'll bring things and objects down, including the opponents we face throughout the world, so
You have it.
that'll come quite in
Now,
handy,
why not
but I
practice
think I'll
the new
still be
spell on
using
the Chin
Accio
Lumi?
more. But there we go, we just learned another spell. Alright, so now that we've learned the new spell, let's go attend another class. Next class we'll be attending will be a new one. It'll be Beast class. So, that's what Hagrid taught for a bit. And let's see who the Professor of Beasts is currently. Should be a fun subject to study.
Point you must stop.
Alright, so Beast class is right to the side and kind of looks like a bigger version of Hagrid's hut. So let's go check this class out. And looks like we came during the wrong time, so we waited it out and we'll begin our quest of Beast class.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howin. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howin's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience.
Right, so it looks like instead of our spell wheel, we can use it to tame beasts as well. So let's brush it a little bit. Let's brush Gerald real quick. Pretty cute puff skin right
That's
there.
lovely.
Really
I'm sure he
nice.
feels much
And we
better.
are meeting a new friend, Poppy. So
think he might
that's
be
pretty
hungry.
cool. And
Would you
now
mind
we
giving
can
him some
feed
beast food?
Gerald. So let's assign that to our spell wheel. Let's use it for the right hand side. And now we can feed Gerald too. And he can be our best friend. So that's nice to see.
What do
And
you
he's
suppose
loving
the
it.
pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
Let's check out these new creatures called Neasels. Should be exciting to see these fantastic beasts.
Oh, couple of knees or whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent?
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Neasels just as you did with Gerald.
Well, that was an interesting interaction with our classmates right now. Seems like Poppy's very protective of the animals here, which is a good thing considering in this world there's some poachers out there. So let's be friends with
Her
these
nose was
Neasels.
really
Let's
tipped to you.
clean them up
They
and give
know
them
a
food.
good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
No wonder Newt Scamander loves all these beasts.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other fifth years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
I need to talk to you. Come here.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would.
Let's go follow Poppy and see what she wants to show us. I'm
I
kind of
wouldn't take
excited to
just
see
anyone
what
there.
she's interested in,
fact,
so
you're the first.
can't wait.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise.
I'm kind of liking spring in Hogwarts. It seems really nice to see the leaves changing.
Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you.
There's some more moonstone we found that we can use to build things and conjure
Don't
things
worry,
in the
we're
room of
nearly there.
requirements, so
It's just ahead.
that'll come quite in handy. And I remember that bridge to the left as well. I remember that in the Deathly Hallows when Neville's helping
Stand
to
back.
prevent the bad guys from coming in. I'm excited to see what she just called. Let's get it. And there we go. We got Buckbeak. We got a Hippogriff. Nice. Hopefully we can start to mount these guys now, because that was one of the most exciting things
Please meet Highwing.
I was looking forward to in this
Isn't
game.
he just
My bad, his
magnificent?
name's Highwing, not Buckbeak.
Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them.
Man, Poppy's cool. She knows all the cool beasts, so let's do what Harry and company did in Prisoner of Azkaban. Let's bow to the Hippogriff, show him respect, and make sure to gain the Hippogriff's trust.
I knew it. I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody.
There we go. We brushed Highwing, gave him food, and now we're best of buds. That's what I like to see.
So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
That was awesome. The class was, entertaining to an extent, but the fact that we got to do extracurriculars with Poppy and go and see a hippogriff named Highwing, that was the highlight of my day. That was a great aspect of the game to include. So props to the developers of this one. Alright, so the next thing we gotta do is talk to Gladwin Moon, who's the caretaker of Hogwarts currently, the position that Hagrid has in the books. So let's go talk to him real quick and see what he requires of us. And it looks like we get to unlock Alohomora. Move over. Alohomora. So let's get it. I'm excited for that. And we can finally unlock the locks we see throughout the world. Alright, so there's Gladwin Moon, the head caretaker of
Hello again,
Hogwarts.
Mr.
So
Moon.
let's go see what's
I
up.
was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night.
Alright, so we'll see Hogwarts go from day to night. That's an interesting transition. And there we go. It's acting differently and it's glowing in the night.
Now, if you wouldn't mind humoring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Oh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed. Which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of 2 statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
Alright, so let's learn Alohomora real quick. This will help us unlock some areas that we couldn't previously. So that's nice. Looks like a circle with a line in between, so pretty easy charm to cast. And so let's put it in our spell wheel now. Alohomora, wherever it is. Where is it? Where is it? I don't know where it is. Oh man, where is it? Ah, I see, it's down there in Essential, so we don't have to put it in our spell wheel. It's probably just something that prompts open when we're near a lock, so let's continue on. To unlock the lock, so the door in front of us, it's a little difficult, so I just pretty much always press square and make it auto-solve, because I don't understand this puzzle at all, so let's go get the demiguise moon that the groundskeeper wants us to get. Looks like we'll have to be stealthy to get around the prying eyes, whether it's professors or prefects. So we'll cast Revelio and try sneak our way through. I didn't know that you can use Revelio and get around, so here we got another letter. You can pause and read it, but it's from Matilda Weasley, so Professor Weasley. Nice of her to write about Peeves, who's a nuisance that we get to learn about in the books. And looks like we got a prefect there, so we'll cast real quick to make them come over. And looks like we're effectively getting through. And we got another lock there, but we got Professor Weasley and Professor Sharp talking, so good thing they didn't notice us there. So let's keep moving forward and try and get 2 of the demiguises for Mr. Moon. Alright, and it looks like we get to see the prefect's bathroom, so that's pretty cool,
Be the prefect's bathroom.
because that's not really something we saw too often. We only got to see once or so, I think, in the Goblet of Fire with Harry unlocking the egg. But there we go. We got a bunch of prefects on the right side, but we got the demiguise moon in the middle. So let's go around on the left side and let's go get this real quick without being spotted. But I kind of wanted to try some of the faucets, so you know, gotta check it out. We're not here too often. And there we go, we got another one. So let's hastily make our way out of here, and then let's go to the hospital wing, someplace I haven't been to yet in this game. Surprisingly, I have not been there yet. I think this is one of the last flue flames I have to unlock. And there we go, we have every single flue flame in the castle now, so that's super exciting. And there we go, we got another field guide page. Thankfully the professors didn't see that, but we have another thing to look at. And there we go, that is the student that was hurt in Quidditch, and that's the reason Professor Black canceled the season. So go ahead and pause and read the letter real quick. But there we go, that's one of the mysteries we solved. We know who it is and where they're at. And there we go, we got another demiguise moon. So I think those are the ones we were supposed to collect for the heads keeper. So let's go back to him and see what he has to say. Looks like we got Professor Hecat and Professor Garlic right there talking to one another. And so they never noticed us, and there's a prefect right there. So we'll go the way we came, and hopefully it's as easy to get out as it was coming in. So pretty exciting, and glad we could help out the head groundskeeper for that. So let's keep moving forward and backtrack from where we came from and deliver these demiguise to Gladwin. And we got another page, pretty easy to get, but we have a prefect right over there in a really inopportune area. So let's do a basic cast and see if we can move the prefect over, which we did. And I think that gives us just enough space to get through. And we're only 16 meters away. And looks like we got another key, but the prefect's right there, so it's a little difficult to get through. So let's keep moving forward. And I already lost track of where the Daedalian key went, so let's just go to Moon and deliver him the demiguise. So that'll be good. That'll be good.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
I'll see what I can do, but I'm fairly busy. I can't promise anything.
Understood, but I hope you will find the time. In case it matters, I do have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. Seems they're everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
You mentioned offering something in exchange for my assistance?
I did. Once you've brought me enough moons, I'll show you even more powerful forms of Alohomora. Not every lock is as easy to pick as the faculty towers.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
So glad we were able to help the head groundskeeper, Gladwin Moon. and find some of those demiguise statues. And that's probably something we'll have to find throughout the world. But we also learned Alohomora, and we went to Beast class and Divination class. So I think we did a lot this episode. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Take care.